Explore Tulsa is an opportunity to see behind the scenes of Tulsa's most unique places.
To hear the stories of real people who are doing fantastic things and who love living here.
We look at the people, places, and events that make Tulsa home. Welcome to a few minutes of Exploring Tulsa.
Hi, thanks for joining us for another fun show on Explore Tulsa. We've put together a great mix of interesting segments this week.
A little of the manly arts, a splash of creativity, a bit of elegance just in time for wedding season, and some sugar for the kids, and kids at heart. I'm Trish Whitmer, and we're glad you're here with us.
That's a great mix with something for everyone. I'm Austin Morton, and let's jump right in.
If you are extremely well dressed in what you do, if you are just a little bit better dressed than your peers around you, that people do notice that. I don't think there's any question at all about it. It gives you the confidence in order to do whatever it is you do better. I mean, you don't have to think about what you wear. If you feel really good in it, then you can generally operate and think about what you do in a stronger way. Well, I started when I was 16 years old, and I started working in a store on Peoria, and I worked all through high school and college. And when I graduated from college, I never intended to ever be in this business. I have a marketing degree, and I was going to go join an oil company, and 35 years later, I was going to retire with a watch and a pension. But God had a different direction for me. I graduated in July, and the store that I worked at asked me if I would work through Christmas. I didn't have a job, so I said sure. But in October of that same fall, I got calls from manufacturers who wanted to know if I was interested in carrying their line and becoming a manufacturer's rep. And so that's exactly what I did. I started then, and I worked doing that for around 25 years. And then as time went on, encouragement from my wife and family. My family was growing up, and I was spending a lot of time on the road. Well, we were on the road together for a lot of years, and once we started having children, my wife retired, and I kept going. And she was always encouraging me to do this, and so when the opportunity arose, we took advantage of it. Long story short, we started this business in our dining room with friends. And those friends had friends, and the circle got bigger, and we ended up going to a small office complex that my brother-in-law was kind enough to let us use. And that grew. And from then, we read an article in the paper and said that the plaza was looking for a men's store, so we came down that next Monday, and the rest was history. In our particular industry, there are four things that I think are extremely important that men and actually everyone looks for. It's the fit, the fashion, the feel, and the function. I call that the 4 F's. And if it feels really good, if it fits great, if it has a function, like if it's washable or wash and wear, or you don't have to iron it, and it's fashionable, it's generally a home run. Well, we carry everything from tennis shoes to tuxes. We do everything from sportswear, whether weekend wear, dress casual, dress, formal, we do it all right here. 2/3 of the store is all sportswear. And we have wonderful denim jeans, we have wonderful sport shirts, we do things, we have things that are exclusive to Tulsa, and in some cases exclusive to Oklahoma. But the main thing we are is we're in the service business. We just happen to sell clothes. And so we want to out-service anybody else. I mean, that's our whole goal, is to do things, and we've established, I think, methods and procedures that allow us to do that. Well, we specialize in emergencies. Most men procrastinate. I'm one, and I can certainly attest to that. But most men do, and we get calls all the time for things that are from Thursday for some event on Saturday. And we can certainly take care of that. We can call the manufacturer, get a suit or a sport coat or whatever they need. We can turn it, because we have wonderful sources that do our alterations that will certainly give us priority in certain emergencies like that. I have 19 more years and then I planned to retire. I told my wife I wouldn't work a day over 90. We're just going to take it a day at a time, a year at a time, and just kind of figure it out. I mean, you know, we're very blessed. We have good health, and we just keep rolling as long as we can.
Now, there's nothing quite like a finely dressed man. Travers and his staff have been providing quality men's clothing for decades, and I love the attention to detail they provide. That is so hard to find.
So there's a whole marketing strategy built around knowing a man is likely to procrastinate. That sounds about right.
All I know is his wife works him too, and that makes him not only the best dressed, but the smartest man I know.
We're coming back in a few moments to talk to another smart man, so don't go far. Explore Tulsa will be right back.
Take charge of your health. We are what we put into our bodies.
We approach medicine from a unique standpoint. Rather than treating only the symptoms of an illness, we work to find the root cause and promote wellness of the entire body.
Our clinic offers complete assessment and treatment programs, including hormone replacement therapy, osteopathic manipulative therapy, and genetic DNA testing. It all starts with a medical evaluation.
Contact us today to begin your path to wellness.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Hello, and welcome back to Explore Tulsa.
Trish, it's nearly spring, and Valentine's Day just happened a couple of weeks ago.
Which means, of course, that people are making wedding plans right now, this very instant. And we found the guy that can help to make that special day all come together smoothly.
That's right, Trish. We spent a little time with Keith Banks and heard some great wedding stories, most of which we can share with you.
I have so many stories of other things that happen at weddings, but I mean, I've seen everything. The bride and groom had kind of a themed wedding, so they actually asked me to be Darth Vader, which I just happen to have a Darth Vader outfit. So I DJ'd as Darth Vader, which didn't work out too well because every time I tried to talk, you know, there's this mask there, so I had to kind of lose the helmet for part of the wedding. 2021, one of my friends called me up one day and said, "Hey, you want to help me DJ?" So that's how it started, and I just had a blast. Like, I started doing it, and I was like, man, this is like the best job ever, because you're getting paid to have fun with people. I did some other things here and there throughout. It was kind of a side gig for a while. And then years later, after I kind of built my name up, I had people calling me, like, hey, we want you to DJ this and DJ that. And then I was like, I should really just turn this into more of a career and start a company out of it, and then get other guys to come on with me. I started Banks Entertainment right at 7 years ago. At the beginning, it was just really me, and then I gradually, brought on a few guys. I would say 80% of everything we do is weddings, but we also do a lot of corporate events during the holiday seasons, during proms, graduation parties, birthday parties, holiday events like New Year's parties, things like that. One cool thing that we started doing is offering dance lessons. So I actually have an instructor. She comes on, she'll teach all of our brides and grooms a choreographed first dance. It kind of gives a personal aspect to it because they bring the first dance song in, and really just, she teaches them everything. So to make an event really successful, there's a lot of planning that goes into it ahead of time. I'll actually sit down with everybody and we build a really detailed timeline schedule. And every single event is different. I've never been to a wedding that's just like someone else's wedding. So everyone has these ideas, so we really sit down and basically go through every little second of that wedding. Hey, what do you want to happen during all these events throughout the night. That way, they feel like they've really customized their wedding. They're getting exactly what they want, but then we know exactly what to do once we're out there. A lot of brides will come back after their wedding, and they're like, that process was actually just as important as the day of, because we sat down and discussed every little detail. About a year or two into it, decided, hey, we should do more than just DJing. We should do lighting as well, so we went full-fledged into lighting. So not only do we DJ weddings, but we're a full lighting company as well. So we'll do anything from up lights to bistro lights, Edison lights, really change the whole look of the reception. A really fun one was actually a barn. It wasn't an actual venue, it was literally a barn with hay in it. We did the whole, by the time it was done, the whole thing changed colors all the way around. We had all these really cool lights hanging down. We actually did bistro lights. They're a little bit softer bulb, but we did, I think, 1,200 feet in there. Our ladders, I think the ceiling was almost 50 feet. So the dad actually got his tractor up, and he lifted us up there, and that's how we actually did everything. So it was a fun one. As DJs, we go out and we're really there to lead the celebration. It's brides dream of this day really for their whole lives, so we're there just make sure everything runs smoothly throughout the whole entire evening. It's awesome when we're out there, we're leading the line dances, everyone's having a great time, and then at the end of the night, what makes it special for me is, the bride and groom are about to leave, and they have sparklers outside, and the bride and groom just give you a huge hug, and they're like, hey, this is like the best night of our lives. So that's what's awesome for us.
Trish, did you pick up that way down inside, Keith would still love to be Mr. DJ again?
He is certainly passionate about what he does, and that passion is passed on to all of his staff. Go look at their website and see all the services Keith has to offer for a truly magical wedding day.
A good story, Trish. And we're going to take a sugar snack break just ahead when Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
I want to get a new TV. There's like 1,000 different brands, all with different features. I wish I could make sense of it all. What do you think is best?
You should go to Video Revolution. Their experts will tell you everything you need to know. They carry the latest LED and 4K TVs and will even install it and set it up for you too.
She's right. You wouldn't talk to anyone but your dentist about your bicuspid. So when it comes to home entertainment, only trust the experts at Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Thanks for coming back to Explore Tulsa.
We find so often that behind the scenes of the places we all like to visit is a story that surprises us. And we like to seek those out and share those.
That's right, Trish. And that's the way it is with Tom and Rachel, two IT people who are now pursuing a completely different dream at the Candy Castle.
There was a gentleman who was actually a World War II veteran. And he, in the mall, there's a lot of mall walkers in the morning. And it's usually a lot of elderly people. And he would walk by the mall, walk around it every morning without fail. And when he would get to our spot, he would put his hand out and he'd say, sugar-free candy, sugar-free candy. And he would just hold his hand out and you'd put 2 sugar-free pieces of candy on it. He'd keep walking. Once a week he'd come in and pay his tab, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. My husband passed away and I really wanted to, it kind of makes you reevaluate life. I just wanted to do something new. And I was thinking, what's the one place that always makes people happy? What's the one thing that people are always in a good mood? And everybody has this shared common happy memory and experience with candy.
Candy Castle's been a part of Tulsa since 1989. It's been in different locations and different forms.
I bought Candy Castle in 2011.
Candy Castle used to be in Promenade Mall, and we decided to go look for a new home where we could expand the store a bit, and we added a old-fashioned ice cream soda fountain. So we've been here at the Vineyard on Memorial, about 108th Memorial, for about 2 years now. Candy Castle is your home for all the best candy you're going to find in Tulsa. We have fine chocolates, we have gourmet gummies and M&Ms and Jelly Bellies, and we even have some things you might not expect, like ice cream and an old-fashioned soda fountain, and we even have a shelf of hot sauce for those who like things spicy. So at Soda Fountain, you can find things that you won't really find anywhere else, like, for example, a New York egg cream, which is a fountain classic made with chocolate syrup and milk and soda water. It actually has no eggs and no cream in it, but when we make it, we beat the chocolate syrup into the milk like an egg. So it's called an egg cream, and it's very delicious. We can also add ice cream to it and make what's called a chocolate soda, which is a delicious drink that a lot of people probably never tried. We have phosphates. Phosphate is a type of soda that is nice and tart and delicious on a hot summer day. It used to be the most popular drink in the country 100 years ago. Now you can't really find them, but you can find them at Candy Castle. And we also have a Lime Ricky, which will ruin you for limeades. It's personally my favorite thing on the menu. And we have the best shakes and malts in town.
My husband was from Philadelphia. So after we got married, for a brief time, I got to live in Philly, and I'm so glad I did. Because they're really cool, crazy, interesting people, super loyal, and they love food, they love drink. One thing I learned up there was that they made limeades different. And there would be street vendors, you know, of course, they're known for their cheesesteaks. They like to have limeades. And they made their limeades completely different. It's not Sprite with a twist of lime. Oh my gosh, that's blasphemy. Basically, the concept is that you go super simple, but you do it really well.
So a Lime Ricky is made with fresh lime and cane sugar.
And so you're muddling old-fashioned cane sugar, straight, fresh, with the freshest limes you can get. You're muddling, and what happens is it's releasing all these extra flavors from the outside of the lime that you're missing when you just squeeze the inside.
And we muddle the lime and the sugar together and then add ice and fresh soda water.
And then we top it with some fresh lime juice. Then we're gonna hit it with that super fresh, super high pressure carbonation, and it's gonna bring all those flavors up to the top. It's just the best limeades you ever had. It'll ruin you for limeades. And then we're a candy shop, and I love candy, so I topped it with a Boston fruit slice. It's candy. It's a candied lime, and that's not Philly, that's Rachel. I had to add that part. So, and this is our Lime Ricky. This is how they used to make them, and a lot of people who are from New York or the East Coast, they'll recognize these.
You know, we get the young and the young at heart. So some of my personal favorite customers are the ones that are old enough to remember the old soda fountains. You know, they get to come in and have a taste of something from their childhood that they might have thought they'd never try again, you know. So it's really fun to hear their stories about their childhood experiences in the old soda fountains.
Here's the thing, what got me into this business is learning that you don't plan too far ahead. You know, you can't, and it's really not even a fun way to live. So I'm just taking it day by day. I don't know how long I'll do this. I could do it forever, I could do it for a month more. But what I do know is that I'm gonna enjoy every day here because it's a really happy place to be. And I hope that even if I'm not a part of it, Candy Castle is a part of Tulsa for a really, really long time because it's just a special place. And we should take care of special places, you know? We should protect them.
Now, Austin, I'm a Tulsa girl, but I think I could really get into that Philadelphia Lime Ricky on a hot summer's day.
Candy Castle is one of those places that you just know you'll be greeted warmly and quickly become comfortable. Tom and Rachel have made it such a welcoming place for sure.
Well, save some of those candies because we're headed to the movies when Explore Tulsa returns after the break.
As we get older, our metabolism slows down. Here's a tip to fire up your metabolism that works every time.
Americans are pretty much in a fed state all the time.
Which makes the digestion system work continuously, bogging it down with a never-ending supply of grain and sugar.
Healthy metabolism eventually screeches to a halt.
And to reverse this, intentionally put your body in a non-fed state on a regular basis and let the body repair itself and even burn off fat.
A great way to do this is through intermittent fasting. Eat dinner at a regular time, say around 6 p.m. and then wait to eat your next meal at noon the next day.
Now we recommend you do this 1 to 2 times per week. For more information about this and much more, visit sherwoodwellness.tv.
Welcome back to Explore Tulsa. We're glad you joined us again.
The University of Tulsa is known for many things, but if you've been watching over the last 5 or 6 years, you will have seen that the creative arts program has certainly expanded.
And with that comes our next segment, as we talk with Adam O'Connor about the juried competition and the Spring Film Festival at TU.
When I was a student here, it was a really, really amazing and special thing that we could get a camera that recorded to digital media, like SD cards, or back in the day they were P2 cards. We still have those cameras, but the biggest those P2 cards got was 16 gigabytes, so you'd shoot about 25 minutes and then dump your card and go back to shooting and dump your card. And just to dump your footage to a computer took, it took as long as it took for you to shoot the footage. So you'd sit for hours and hours and hours, and if you needed to go do something and came back and the footage hadn't completely made its way to the computer, you swore a lot and you started over from the beginning. And nowadays, students have it just so much better on technology. I don't even think that they realize how much power they have in their hands. By the time I graduated in 2010, that was the last year that the program was in Chapman Hall, which is one of the older buildings on campus. And they built this brand new, beautiful building. It was under construction when I left. I never got a chance to be a student here, but it's really exciting to come back and be a part of the staff for the department in this new building with our amazing editing lab. And we have a film scoring lab. We have a huge office that many of the professors on campus are super jealous of because they do all of their work in a closet or something along those lines. So yeah, it's been great. It's been a big change from when I was here, and the students have gotten so much savvier about media and film. The camera technology has changed so much. I think that's probably the question that the students are most interested in, is what am I going to do with this information once I leave school? And to that regard, we heavily suggest to our students we try and do everything that we can for them to get an internship at a professional company like yourselves, to be able to go see what it's really like to go out and capture quality video and audio, the kinds of things that you need to plan for and look out for. So at the University of Tulsa, when I was a student here, we had one yearly film festival. Since then, that's evolved to 3 film festivals per year. We have a fall film festival, a spring film festival, and a senior night. But our spring film festival is really our showcase festival. Our spring film festival is completely made up of films that were completed in the last 12 months and that haven't had a chance to screen outside of TU. So these are going to be the newest films. These are going to be films from the freshman level all the way up to the senior level, and it is a juried competition, so there's no guarantee that if you submit to this festival that your film will be shown. We'll also give out awards for Best Film, Best Runner-Up Film, Best Original Score and Screenplay, as well as Best Actor of any gender. So this is really our students' best chance within the TU campus to see how their work is going to play in front of an audience and how their work is going to be received by a jury of professionals.
Better get back to your side of town.
At the festival, we also give out an Audience Choice Award. So as soon as the last film is finished screening and we're getting prepared to give away the Best Film Award and so on, we pass out slips of paper to everybody in the audience, and they get to vote on what they thought the best film they saw that night was. And then we give a special Audience Choice Award at the end after all of the other awards were given out. The TU Spring Film Festival, this is our 10th annual festival, so it's an exciting one for us, and it is free, it's open to the public. We would be happy for anyone from our community who loves film and wants to support filmmakers who are being homegrown right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to please come and attend. You will get a chance to have your voice weighed against what everybody else thinks about the films and help choose that Audience Choice Award. Beyond that, it's so important for the students to get a chance to see that people from their community care about what they're doing and that there is an audience for films that are made in Tulsa. Every student I've ever spoken with at the University of Tulsa would love to see Tulsa doing more in film, would love to see more homegrown Tulsa filmmakers. And the only way that we can achieve that is for the audience to come out when we present those films.
The arts are alive and well in Tulsa, Trish. Great to see so much talent being developed locally.
Our thanks to Adam and all the professors and staff that are working so diligently to shape the creativity of tomorrow. The festival is open to the public, Austin. Ooh, that would be an awesome evening out. Plus, we could vote on our favorites for the People's Choice Award.
Great idea. But for now, let's do a slow fade to black and then come back with more Explore Tulsa.
And cut.
Hi, this is Scott Keck with Archery Outpost, and you are watching Explore Tulsa.
The box stores have come and gone, but Video Revolution is 35 years strong. Come see why. Video Revolution is the largest independent consumer electronics store in the region. For 35 years, we continue to have low prices and high customer service. Top brands like Sony, Samsung, LG, Yamaha, Sonos, Klipsch, and many more. Better than box stores in so many ways. Come experience the difference, the Video Revolution difference, on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, we're the ladies of Artisan Fine Wine and Spirits, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
That's our show for this time. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you supporting what we do each week.
Special thanks to Travers Mahan and his great staff for bringing a little style to our show.
And thanks to Keith Banks for bringing the party. Look for him at an event near you soon.
Plus, our thanks to Tom and Rachel at the Candy Castle. You not only made us a tasty treat, but you made us smile as well. And thanks to Adam and all the students at TU. Simply, you rock. And we're looking forward to seeing your work at the Spring Film Festival.
Remember, if you missed any of the show, you can always find us at exploretulsa.com and on YouTube, the Explore Tulsa channel.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook and share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop in and say hi to Ron, me, and all the guys for any of your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of Tulsa's best eye care value, with 2 locations at 3016 South Harvard and 69th Memorial.
Stop by and see our newest sponsors, Drs. Michelle and Mark Sherwood from Functional Medical Institute, located on the northwest corner of 61st and Sheridan.
Your journey to whole body healing and wellness begins with Functional Medical Institute.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.